Hey everybody, hey, welcome back. We're here. Lala and the man. That's Lala. I'm the man. We're here on what 121? Today's 21st? 21st something.
Um,
I've already started sipping a little bit,
the
so
20th.
20th. I should know the inauguration day, but welcome new president, vice president. That's great, and new senators and whoever else we have. So, but it was an interesting day. But like I said, I'm over that. I'm just tired. This was a long election process. Long.
Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, I don't want to be out of line saying this, but I think we think some big black hope going to come into office and fix everything, and is not the case.
No.
We all got to do our part still. You know what I'm saying? And we need to build for our own families, because
Yeah.
I guarantee you, whoever in the White House, they're building their legacy. So you need to build yours.
There you go. And that's the thing about it is that I think, but that goes into kind of like what we can talk about later today. It's about religion and relations. But it's like, I don't understand why we as a people want to wait for a savior.
Right.
Obama came in office. Oh, he was supposed to do this and this. Dude, it's one person.
Yeah.
God. Just because Miss Harris is a VP, it doesn't mean a doggone thing.
Right.
In all honesty, uh, press. What matters is that you press. You see what old girl from Atlanta did. She lost the governorship and she said, I'm gonna grind to get what I want.
Yeah.
We as a people all have to do that. And say, look, I gotta grind to get what I want. If I want reparations, I should be calling my congressman and other stuff to do it.
Right.
Like I said, like it's a civil rights farm bill to
Right.
give African Americans almost 50 million acres.
Yep.
We should all be grinding about that.
Exactly.
We all should be. But unfortunately, people don't know about that. They'd rather sit here and wait for a savior. But I think that goes back to how we were programmed
Mm-hmm.
as Christians.
Right.
Honestly, we're programmed to wait for a savior. We're
Right.
programmed to wait for God to make things better. We're programmed to wait for somebody else,
Right.
and we can't wait. We literally can't wait. Not at all. Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
I mean, and slavery is mentality, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Slavery is all in your mind. So not there's gonna be literally racism to the day we die.
Oh yeah.
What you
Oh yeah.
I mean, the thing, what you gonna do about it? Are you gonna complain about it? You gonna whine about it? Or you, oh my God.
I had to add Big Pack.
What up,
Yo,
though?
yo,
Add
what's
Big
up?
Pack to our
What up,
lives.
though? I just came to show some love.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We just over here trying to drop a little knowledge for our black folk.
Right.
Okay,
That's
okay. Y'all talking about slavery and shit?
well,
Well,
she was going off that
Mentality.
it's that mentality.
wow, like the cave allegory.
Yeah.
Right.
That kind of shit. I'm silly, but I'm smart.
Right.
Nah, you
I
good. You
know
good.
that shit.
Right.
You good. You good. You good. I like to put
Yeah,
this, I got to put your link in the description too when I put this on YouTube.
for sure, for sure, for sure, for
Like,
sure.
send me a text and so I can copy and put the link in there too so people can at least hit your link too.
Yeah,
So each
yeah,
one, each one, each one. We all raise each other up.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no
Absolutely.
doubt, no doubt.
So so he's going to religion and relationships, bro.
Okay, so the two topics is religion is number one, how
Uh,
religion operates in your relationship. And the second one is how you can self-sabotage your relationship knowingly and unknowingly.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I thought we were talking about religion and relationships. I'm sorry. What was
you know you going to do the sabotage, bro. Bro.
I mean, go
I
ahead.
sabotaged my last relationship.
With this. How did you sabotage? What I'm trying to find out.
Bro, I
Talk to me.
sabotaged my last relationship, bro. I said
You
all day
did?
long. That was me. That was me all day long. That's one thing. One thing about me is that I'm not gonna sit here and lie. That was me.
For sure. For sure.
I
That
mean,
was
you can self-sabotage. It's a few ways, but you can self-sabotage a relationship by having low self-esteem. Like if you constantly got a person like, okay, where you going? What you doing? I need to know this. I need to know that. Why you looking that way? Why you looking at him? Why you looking at her? Like you constantly drilling them. That's
Yeah.
showing that you have low self-esteem and you're literally self-sabotaging your relationship.
Oh yeah, I've been through that. A few times actually. So I get it, man. They be some pretty women too. They be some
They
very
do.
nice
Yeah.
looking women, but they mental. They think they funny looking, and
Right.
nobody wants them, and they try to bring you down
Right.
too. It's an uncomfortable situation, and then when it goes to shit, but what happened? You never loved me.
Right.
What?
So, but you know, I find that it's funny that I find this interesting. Like you said, it be the pretty ones, the ones he's like, dude, why do you have low self-esteem?
Yeah.
I don't get it. You know, because I'm sitting here saying I'm not the handsomest guy. No, I look good, but you know, I'm not sitting here saying that. You know, I can use elbow stuff like that. Saying, my beard is called lopsided and shit.
Look, I might not be the Calvin Klein model, but I could be the McDonald's model. Goddamn it,
Calvin.
I can be the nigga smiling over a Big Mac.
Calvin, he got swag. Jamar got that swag in his step. Remember that old McDonald's commercial?
Yeah.
That swag in his step.
Right. Like real shit. Like I always joke about, oh, I'm funny looking, blah blah blah. And it's kind of weird to me that people can know me for real and think I be serious when I say that shit. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, there's nothing about me that says low self-esteem, my nigga. Nothing. And people are like, man, you shouldn't be so down on yourself. I'm like, I'm joking.
Right. Okay. I think those people, going back to self-sabotage, that they look at it. I think people look at stuff when they're in relationships, they sabotage by looking too deep into stuff.
Right.
That's one thing. That's one thing I did. I overthunk it. I overthought everything.
Right.
I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so I'm with her. Okay, so my kids growing up, they're doing this. How is this gonna work? And I was just like, it's not. And that's if we overthink and just not let things flow.
Right.
You know, in the beginning of a relationship, it seemed like we let stuff flow. We just like, yeah, let it go. I'm just gonna enjoy myself. Then once we end up getting into the relationship, we just change.
Right.
You know, so I mean,
or if you got somebody that's like their character is popular, you know, and so they always attracting attention. You know, so I mean, and you with a person that's low key and don't do all that, you can get a person that's jealous. You know what I'm saying? So they literally try to stop your grind. They try to stop other things, you know what I'm saying, that you trying to grow yourself in, but you can't grow with them because they too busy worried about like, okay, who after you? Who's doing this? Who's that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that they are literally self-sabotaging the relationship. And also you could have been meant for that person, but because of the fact they got low self-esteem, you can't even make it work.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Lala. I'm gonna say this. The thing, at least in my personal experience, is those type of people pretend to be okay with you being yourself.
True.
Initially.
Right.
And then when they get involved with you, then it's a problem. I mean, you know, you could just be doing regular shit, you know what I mean? And it's you too friendly. And it's like, so what, I'm supposed to punch motherfuckers in the face every time somebody say hi to me? You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be still a regular, genuine person. Like, it's a difference between flirting with people and just having cordial conversations.
Exactly.
But like I said, people pretend that they cool with it, and honestly, I turned down quite a few beautiful women because I see it would be problematic if we got together. Right. You know what I mean? They really be like, you know, they say, oh, I think we'd be good together. You gonna bring me out my shell. I won't be shy around you, blah, blah. I already know that's a red flag.
Right.
Why is that a red flag? Why is that a red flag?
Yeah.
I don't get why is that a red flag? Because that to me, like I said, I could be wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm perfection's neighbor, but not perfect.
Yeah.
Why would that be a red flag?
Because people are who they are. And especially because we're not like little high schoolers no more. You pretty much set and how you gonna be to a certain extent. So if your personality type is that of you want to be in the house, that ain't changing at this point. That's just who you are. You may pretend and fake it for a while, but eventually you're gonna go back to who you are. You know, your representative gonna show up And oh, I love this all, and then it's gonna turn into why you want to be out all the time, why you are talking to these people, why you got these friends and all that. It's like I said, just my personal experience. You know what I mean? It's happened a few times.
But wouldn't you ask for somebody to adjust, to change, to make you happy?
I feel like everybody should do a little bit of adjustment, and I know I do. I know I adjust, but they want me to be usually somebody that I'm not. And I say you're going to be yourself at its core. I'd like to think I'm the same person you met first off that I am 6 months from now, for the most part. And I say that knowing full well that we evolve as human beings. You know what I mean? You're going to change a little bit. You're going to accommodate your partner to a certain extent, but you're also going to be you. If you're an extrovert, you don't turn into an introvert just because you got somebody unless they done broke your spirit, in which case you're not yourself anymore. You're a broken shell of a human being at that point. And that's what they be trying to do too. And I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying on general, when somebody try to get you out of who you is, it's little stuff. It's little increments that they move the goalposts every so often. And before you realize that you're a whole different individual. And when you step back, you're like, who the fuck is this? You know, I've been there.
I understand what you're saying to a certain extent. I think that a person should have the basic foundations of who they are in their character. Now, when you get into a relationship, of course, you got to adjust some things. But like you said, like if I'm with an outgoing person, I like to stay at home. Sometimes I'm going to go out with them, but a lot of times I'm not. And they're going to have to accept that. Or we do things at home, or I'm not a jealous type of person where you be like, oh, I'm going out here. Do you want to go? No, I'm good. You go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be checking your phone every 5 minutes, calling you. I know where you at. I know what you said that you're going to do, you know, but when you got somebody insecure, that person that's outgoing, you're going to make them stay at home.
Yeah. That's interesting. I had the same conversation yesterday with the young lady, and actually it was with one of my stores. So we was talking about just how people expect you to just sit at home because you're in a relationship. Right. And I said the first thing I always do, because somebody made some post in our group that, you know, I was up under this person for 6 days and I wanted to get away for 1 hour and she got mad. Dude, one, I ain't trying to be on nobody for 6 days. I don't like seeing my kids.
Absolutely not.
But my thing is, I tell women from jump, and I've had women say, you know, you kind of old for doing your fraternity stuff. I say, well, that's not gonna change.
Right.
It's my family, and then it's Sigma. Then maybe you, if you're good enough in bed. You know, so
but once again, Freddie, they come into a situation, no, you do that though.
But a lot of them don't. But a lot of them will accept it until okay, it's Sigma Sunday. Yep. You ain't gonna see me all day.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
I told you this, and it's gonna be a certain event you're not going to.
Right.
Now, some you're gonna go to, you have to come to with me because you're my lady. But some, no, we good.
But it has nothing to do with me doing. I'm about to play devil's advocate. Wouldn't you let that person know in the beginning?
Hell yeah! I said from jump. Right? I said from jump.
Freddie don't hide that he do all that stuff at all. At all. Yeah.
But the thing is that the problem is that people will say, because unfortunately, a lot of ladies, especially, I'm not gonna say it is what it is. A lot of ladies will sit here to want to accept that in the beginning to get that man, thinking they're gonna change his mind. And that's a form of sabotage. Right, because especially, dude, I'm 46. You ain't changing my mind about nothing.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
So I mean, I'm not, dude. You're the man. You're the man. Well, I'm the man. Big fan.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm saying. They pretend it's cool in the beginning, and then flip on you, and you're the same person you always were. You're doing the same stuff you always did, and it's like people expect you to not be that human being anymore.
Because I tell women, you get money from jump. Right. When you do with me, you get all my bad habits. The fact that I'll barely call you. I may not answer. Hey, I tell chicks right now, so look, I may not answer your text all the time because it's only one female whose text I answer, and that's my niece. Hell, I barely answer my mama's text.
Oh
And she'll tell you that. She'll be like, "Oh, he barely talks to me," But if it's my niece, yeah. But and so, in other words, new chicks, you got to fall in line someplace. You fall in line.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand. But that's how. But to me, that's kind of like how I sabotage because it's like, dude, things are going so well. This just can't be right. It can't be
Right.
That's why I think I end up sabotaging myself at sometimes. Like this just can't. Ain't no woman this right.
No, absolutely not. I think the main thing is finding a person that's able to put up with your bullshit and a person that's able to put up, with other person bullshit. And then y'all come together and y'all got double bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be single forever.
You want big happy bullshit
right?
That's a lot of manure.
That's a whole lot of manure. What the old boy?
Is that why people were like, "I miss you, Stank"? Because that's
right.
a lot of shit.
That's why. So we get if we get something saying, "Hey, I miss you, Stank," that means that if that's what I should be with. Let me go through my little past and shit.
Oh my god.
She miss me. Oh, she said she missed me, Stank. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I won't say, but I get what you're saying though. Lala, it's like you want to rock with somebody that, like, everybody got their quirks and they little,
right.
I guess, a little bit of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I use the word crazy loosely, but it just depends on how much you're willing to deal with to be with that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. But I can't really say bullshit because I ain't putting up with no bullshit.
One thing is that you're gonna put up with something, but it only gets worse as time goes on. Honestly, because in the beginning you get the best of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, old girl cooking and she's sitting down here, where? Because me personally, give me a chick with a football jersey on, nothing funny. She's walking around that she does that constantly. Now, then after we get together for a while, then the popcorn bag comes out.
The popcorn
bag comes. Wake up in the morning.
She just telling the Jiffy pop that pussy, huh? I said
that's huge. Now, you sit here and get the head all the time you want. Now it's like, well, it's your birthday. I guess I give you something. Come on.
Oh, that's that buzz. Yeah, that's that buzz.
I mean, I'm gradual. I don't put everything out there in the beginning. Like, being with me over time gets better. I don't put everything out in the beginning. Look, I got a mouth. I'll cuss you out. I'll tell you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I do. Like, look, take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? But
it gets better. Come on.
No, seriously.
It doesn't get better.
It's
I call shenanigans
for myself. Like,
yes.
Like that's how I wean
out. See, you're sitting down here. No, Lala. You sit down here being delusional.
Oh my God!
It does not get better over time. Nothing that you had over and over again gets better with time.
Look, I'm like
you sitting down here eating your favorite steak dinner, and you had that every day. It don't get better with time. I love Sanford and Son. I still laugh at Sanford and Son.
Oh my God.
But I don't laugh as much as I did when I first saw it. When people smoke crack, that first hit is and they keep chasing that. It gets better. Come on, Lala.
No, you can watch an episode and miss something. Okay.
He brought up crack.
Better. Use it over time. Nothing.
Look,
your car gets more miles on it.
Nah, it definitely look. Let's be real. We all getting older. Ain't shit getting better with time.
Hell no. Cause y'all, we put y'all legs up and start creaking. Hold on, girl.
Man. Okay, Chad, you be trying to smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and a older chick be like, "Don't move me that way."
Oh, they say,
y'all be getting Charlie horses. So what do you?
I mean, it happens. It happens. But it's really unfortunate when you go in or you change positions, you go in and you catch one and she thinks she's doing shit because you're like, oh,
oh, man, get off me.
Right. Facts. Like, nope, it's over. Nope, I need a minute. Hold on.
You got rub my calf. Come on, girl.
Right.
The mood over by then. Like, I don't want it no more.
Bring me some potassium, goddammit.
Right. Where my Gatorade at? But that's what I do. I keep Gatorade by my bed. If I'm gonna get it in, I got my Gatorade by my bed.
Oh my God.
And on some real life shit. Charlie horses is not an old man thing. That happens throughout your whole life.
Man, I caught Charlie horse since I was 16.
That's what I'm saying. That's not an old man thing. Man, I remember that thing. Y'all talking about don't move me this way, my bad. Oh shit. That's some old, that's some older stuff. That's what
that second one. When I was young, trying to get that second and third one, man, I catch some Charlie horses like a mother. Now I just catch him on the first one.
Oh my God.
Man. I thought I was about to regulators mount up on this chick, and I ended up on injured reserve with that Charlie horse. Like, I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I talked all that shit.
That's why I don't talk shit, man. That's why I don't talk shit, because it's so many different ways it can go wrong when you talk shit. Because number one, you catch that Charlie horse. Two, if she garbage, if you go up there, you go to eat, and you like, hello. And then don't be going in her drawer and then turn around. She had a toy this long, this wide. Like, that happened. I'm telling you, I had this one chick. She had a toy huge. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I said, literally. I mean, it was literally, it was bigger, wide. It was circumference bigger than my damn fist. I said, like, I'm sorry.
Oh
I can't do nothing.
You be in the vagina talking about
Right. That's why y'all women can't catch orgasms, because y'all got them big ass things, and then y'all got them rabbits, the battery powered rabbits that go 3,000 times a second. So you put that on that side. So
right.
God can't do shit.
Now everybody using that damn flower to desensitize their clits, and now it's gonna turn into the rose that grew from concrete.
See? Yeah, that's the truth.
Well, in my defense, I don't own any toys, so I'm a virgin. So
I think you capping again. I think you capping.
No, but in this day and time, like literally, like if you like, I talk to my female friends and they be buying these toys and stuff like $60, $70 and stuff. I'm like, yo, I ain't about to spend out on no toy.
All they gotta do is call me the 40 ball. I ain't saying nothing.
but you know, but that's okay. So that kills me is that women can get it no matter what. All y'all got to do is just, hey, come up. Y'all get it,
man,
anytime, anyway.
Man, from damn near
anybody, right? Yeah. Now, will he want to stay with you? That's a different story. But you just get it. Y'all don't even need to spend that money. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I don't understand it. I don't get that.
I know when me and Freddie was having like a little debate, so I was saying like it was easier for a guy to get something. He was like, no, it's easier for a female to get something. So I'm like,
definitely, because you like anything else, it might not necessarily be the dude you want right then, but it's gonna be a dude that's gonna hunt your ass. For sure. You know, that's no debatable, because dudes out here, I've got friends that I say, dog, I bet you would fuck a maple tree if it let you. You know what I mean? I know people like that. Like any hole is sufficient for them. You know what I mean? So females definitely
because that's what my friend said to me, they're like, dude, you have no standards.
No standards.
It was funny because I was talking to my line brothers, man. We just talking, we get together once a month to kick it.
Yeah.
And we just talking about relationships, women, and I'm like, man, this chick got me fine. They always like, bro, you fucking if it's a female, you hit. I'm like, dog, fuck y'all. I'm like, dog. I said, is it that obvious? Y'all only know it for about 4 years, 3-4 years, but is it that obvious? Yeah, bro, you.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I could say, for as females, I do know females. Look, if he got a big dick, it don't matter how he look. They fucking, So, I guess it just, it varies. But, I do know, females play a lot of games, and it's coming on my end. I do know that.
Well, because I think females are single females, especially single black women. I hate to say it, are unrealistic on their situation in life.
Mm-hmm.
See, when women sit here and tell me, and I hear, it's certain things I hear as a man, I talk to other guys, that's just immediate turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Immediate turn off that a woman says. One, you know what? We're gonna talk about that another time, and I'm gonna list all the immediate turn offs. But then some chick sits here and tell me, I gotta wait to see if he leaves, then I'll follow. Okay, we good. Second, you sit down here and tell me I gotta wait. You got 4, 5 kids, like 3, 4, 5, 6 different baby daddies, but I gotta wait because that's the prize. Okay, I'll wait.
How's the prize? That's what I'm be saying. Like, what they be tripping?
Or make the not so attractive guy work harder than a guy that may be attractive to the person.
Let me look. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all. So like, I was talking to somebody. We rode out a couple times. She can't kick it, and I'm like, hey, maybe it's the day it's gonna go down or whatever. And she was like, I can't have sex right now. I've had so much trauma. I'm not in that space. And I'm like, she like, my ex-boyfriend did me dirty and all. I was like, well, how long y'all been broke up? It was like 6 years. I was like, 6 years. And
She's still doing it. She's still hitting it. She's still hitting it.
She shut me down, right? Maybe a week later, she got back on the book and she was trashing some dude. So I'm like, oh, so you mad at the dude you was letting hit, but you ain't show me no love, and I was trying to for real kick it with you. Like,
but every chick, I sit here to say all this all day long. Every chick got a backup and a backup to the backup. Let's not get twisted. Dude, I'm a side dude for a chick. It's what it is. Honestly.
I've been saying I've been riding in the car with a chick while she was cussing at her boyfriend the whole time. I'm like, I'm still gonna be good.
Oh my god!
Right. It's easier to get a woman in a relationship or a married woman than it is to get a single woman.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, I've been married once since I was 15.
Yeah, man,
I kid you not.
Man,
she was the woman, the oldest woman I hit when she was married. Man, I go to her crib at 16, 17 years old. Husband at work, I'm gonna do her.
And she laid you out.
Man, I remember I was talking to this chick at a bar once. We just kicking and chopping up, whatever. And I was like, yeah, shoot me your number. I'll give you a call later. She's like, well, I can't give you my number because I'm married, but I can call you. I was like, say less.
Say less.
I'm good. Man, see, for a guy like me, and this is why I think guys our age are like, you know what? I really don't want to get in a relationship or get married because we see what's out here.
Man,
honesty.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here honestly like, man, half my roster, no, 3/4 of my roster are women who are either living with their man or married.
Yeah.
And they chase it. These chicks chase it. And these dudes, a couple of them are garbage. But a couple of them are decent dudes. I'm like, you really gonna sit here? But and that's what's said. And I think that's really what at the end of the day for guys who are 30. See, it's bad because you hit 35 as a guy. You sit down here and see how women chose Pookie and Ray Ray to reproduce with.
Right.
Then 35 plus. Well, me was 15 plus, but hey, but 35 plus, you see how these women who stayed married to their husbands or with men are still screwing. So it's like, dude, why? Why would I want to get married? And then, if I were to get married, I gotta sit here and deal with your kids.
Man.
That I can't discipline.
Man. I received a word.
Your baby daddy still trying to hit.
Yeah.
Well, I had this one guy. He was like, you know, we talking or whatever, and then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, why not come over there and watch a movie? I'm like, well, why not come over your crib? And he was like, well, I got a lot going on here, and I'm like, a lot going on, like what? So he was like, my family living with me. I'm like, you know what? I said, I'm good. I'm like, no, I said, it sounds like you have some drama going on, and I'm not about to be in the middle of that.
But here's a thought that I say. But if you sit here, unfortunately, black women are the only. If you sit here and look at Arab relationships, white relationships, every other race will sit down here. These women understand that guys do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas black women, like, dude, they try to be like they got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel you to where, you know, he was doing what he did, but that's from the beginning time.
I mean, that's something I don't want to get mixed up in, especially if it's easy for somebody to hide that they're married. You know, I mean, like people live whole other lives, literally.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something that if I feel like I don't want to get into, that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he say that I got a wife, she don't mind me stepping out. Okay, then you know what? I'm gonna be honest. That's something that I might consider.
And you know, truthfully, nothing wrong with that. So my thing, it goes back to me. I think, truthfully, we need more poly relationships. Honestly, I would sit here and because I wouldn't mind having a poly relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I really wouldn't. I mean, I'm not two girls. Mainly because one, I ain't gonna have no hairy ass in my bed.
Man, ain't no way in the nope.
Sorry. Hey, no. When I look at, I can't even. Man, it's to a point. Sometimes, dude, I can't look at straight porn because like, that's a tit. I gotta look at lesbian porn. I need titties. You know, I need all that.
For sure.
You know, shoot.
For sure.
Y'all can throw a strap on or whatever. That's cool. But you know what? I like women. You know, women. Woo! Y'all look beautiful naked. We look terrible. I think I look okay, but I don't want to see nobody else.
Oh my god!
Dude, I can see my old book, man. Shit. So I was in Miami one time. I'm going off to. So I was in Miami one time. Me and my boys is down there. So we jumped. So me and one of my homies, we met. We was on scooters. We met with these chicks and took them to the hotel room. So I'm in the bed with one chick. This nigga in the bathroom with his chick. This nigga come out the bathroom, butt ass naked. Nigga, you gonna come? I'm like, move's done now, dude. I'm like, dude, really? My move's done now.
Oh my god!
Oh, sorry, bro. I'm like, no, he gonna get right.
I had a situation where I was with some homies and they threw on an adult film, which was weird in and of itself.
Ooh, wow.
But then it turned out to be an adult film that one of them was in. And I was like, bro, this is even worse. I don't see my boy no.
Right. I'm good on that.
Like, oh, you're not supposed to notice the penis. You're just supposed to notice the girl. I'm like, but it's there.
Right.
It's not like your head just automatically filter out.
Right.
And then
it's
like,
there.
It's just to this other thing I'm looking at too. It makes it worse. It's worse. I'm like, I'm out. So I feel you. And if I got to
that's what I'm saying. With poly,
another dude.
I mean, my thing is that with a poly relationship, I wouldn't have issues. Even if she had kids, even if both of them had other kids and they needed a stepfather, I would sit down like, okay, this is how it's gonna go. One of y'all staying home to take care of the family. Period.
That's how they normally do it, though.
Yeah, one woman's taking care of the family at home, one's working, I'm working, and it's not just a sex thing. Now,
Right.
and then if I wouldn't even mind the situation where you have one sitting at home, other one's building up, working on our businesses, and I'm sitting here working
Right.
because hell, I got good benefits.
Right.
So I mean, I would like to do that, but it's kind of hard to find women that's like cool with that right about now. I mean, it's a lot that's cool, but man, they be looking rough.
I mean, I'm in a poly group, and you got some nice looking women in there, and
Okay, send me the group.
but the issue is in the group is you got people look at poly as it's just sex, and you're not
No,
building a community.
no,
Poly
that,
really is you building a community faster than it would take two people to build it.
yeah,
So
see, and that's why, truthfully, with me, with Polly, it's a situation where, okay, one person take care of home, I'm bringing in, take care of the family, and then one person is basically doing building our businesses. I mean,
mhm,
even if she doesn't work, look, you're working, doing all the paperwork and stuff for our businesses to build a legacy for us.
right.
Because I mean, it's hard for me to sit down here because I got things that I'm doing. I'm doing this. I'm doing my beard oil stuff, and I'm about to step up. And I'm about to. I forgot. I got it. I'm going to be a certified juicer. So for health. So
Right.
so so it's like, hey, I need somebody to sit here and run all that while I'm
Right.
working.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to find that. True. But that's how it's supposed to be for Polly. I don't have it. I don't.
And
And the sex thing is something. Truthfully, I'm like, look, I'm a musket.
yeah, I
You let
just
me get my nut, I'm good. Y'all can do what y'all want to do after
yeah, I just
that.
want to interject real quick. And I feel what y'all saying. Like that's dope. But then you got all these women out here, because we didn't call them out before, talking about how dudes supposed to take care of them and pay all their bills and shit. And there's even poly women that say that stupid shit.
Mhm.
And it's like, how you build anything if I'm the one doing everything?
Right.
I'm covering everything. How do we build anything at this point?
You
And
can't.
there lies the problem too. Like people say they want to be about their life, but they selfish.
Yes.
I can.
Absolutely.
You know what? For poly women, I can sit here and say I can understand why they say that. Now, for these other thoughts out here who I's independent, I do my own thing, I miss independent, I'm equal. Okay, cool. You gonna stay equal then?
But
Because I
check
mean, don't sit down here and and jump up and be like, I got education, I got to my own, but you gonna take care of me? No, we good. Nope.
but check this out. A lot of people in poly relationships that's successful, they got money.
Yes.
They do. You would be
Yeah.
surprised like who's in poly relationships. I mean, like they got bread.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to give him one. Hey,
No,
I
like you
got
both
I
say,
have the right mentality for poly. I'm a good father. I mean, even with young kids, I deal with that. I coach their football and whatnot, and we all build this. Shoot, I want to get back to coaching football for little kids again. So especially they got boys. Come on, hey, I can do that.
so
And
so
I ain't gonna
Lala,
sit down here and jump
what
up
you
and
be in
down
a
on you
poly?
anyway, all the time. Because nigga, of
Lala,
course,
what would you be in a poly, Lala? Would you be to stay at home or would you be out in these streets?
I'll be the
for me,
business aspect
oh
of
you,
it.
which one? Yeah, what would you do, liar?
What? No,
What you doing,
I
Lala?
literally
What's
was
going on?
I literally would be the one that stay home and build a business. I'm good at that.
Okay.
And that's what's up. See, and that's at the end of the day is that as if for me if I have two wives, I
Right.
want one that's gonna be the housewife that's gonna cook, clean, and
Right.
hey, and I because my thing is this: if you're doing all that, that means I can see you go to the gym, and that means my body gonna be just right tight because you gonna cook and make sure I'm good.
Right.
You know.
Then I got the other one building business that's gonna see here. Our taxes gonna be cold because we gonna always get bread,
Right.
tax time, and then our business gonna be good. So
But see,
it's just nigga, I take care, and then my insurance is good as fuck.
I mean, poly is not for everybody. You have
No.
to be very selfless in order to go into poly. Because when you are jealous, that goes back to self-sabotaging. You can be in poly and self-sabotage the whole fucking relationship. You can be
Okay.
jealous of the other woman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like so many things that could go on where if it's not said in the beginning,
I'll be right back.
like
Hold on for a second.
it's not said in the beginning, it literally can like go downhill. Even to the point
Right.
of other people's kids. You see what I'm saying? Like them not your kids. How you feel about somebody else's kids?
Right.
You know,
Right.
so
Right.
you have to be very selfless going into poly. It's not for everybody.
Well, I'm old, so my poly relationship is just gonna be me and two girls playing shuffleboard.
Oh
That's
my
it.
god.
That's it. That's it. We gonna make the ultimate bingo team because that's all an old motherfucker can do with my old ass at this point.
What
Shit.
bingo families?
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? In a poly relationship at my age, that's all me and the two girls gonna be doing, having sex and playing bingo. That's it.
Oh my
That's it.
god.
But
We
that's
gonna
what see,
run the
my
bingo
thing is
hall.
that
We gonna be bingo hustlers.
I want to travel. My whole thing, my goal is to travel. Whoever I'm with, I want to be out making memories, and that includes two of them.
Double the balcony fun.
Yeah, I mean, because and that's one of the reasons I think that I'm probably be single for a long time is simply because a lot of people aren't ready for that. Just to be
Right.
up and travel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't trying to be out in the streets all the time because nigga, I'm home. But I like sit at home, have my vape, my liquor, and then travel. That's all I want to do.
Because that's why you sit home and chillax, so you can stack your money so you can travel
Oh
and
yeah,
do other stuff.
bro. It's truth be told, man. I told you we got this summer,
sure.
man. We're gonna have to link up again and hit these flights.
For
Well,
sure.
I think another good subject is on for the next go round is when you're in a relationship and they're not good with money.
You know, we never even talk. You're right. That's a good one. But we never did talk about religion.
Well, we got a good 10 minutes.
We got a good 10 minutes talk about religion. So okay, so let me lay this on the table. So no, I want to. You know what? We're gonna spend more time with it next time because I want some other religious people with here to explain this garbage to me.
Uh-oh, you remember what happened when you brought up religion with Crystal Lucas?
What happened?
She spazzed on us.
Wow.
And Freddie was
My whole thing is that I'm spiritual, but I don't believe the Bible should be taken literally. I don't believe the creation story happened because it doesn't make a lick of sense. I don't believe the Noah story happened because it doesn't make a lick of sense. I don't believe the Egyptian and all going to the desert make
Fred,
no.
let me just on your point. I feel like most of the Bible stories, I look at them as just morality tales.
That's what it is. Yep.
Just this is you do the right thing, good things happen type stuff. Just morality tales because them shit's impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's beyond impossible because to me, if you sit here and you take the Bible as it's written, God's such a narcissist,
man,
and he hates people,
man.
That's the truth. That's fact.
And he a murderer in real life. If that's how you
murderer, he's an abortionist.
Man,
come on, now.
Man, he killed the firstborns. What the hell?
Beyond that, he killed the firstborns after hardening Pharaoh's heart. So, in other words, Pharaoh's gonna let his people go. God said, "Oh no, we good. No, I want to make sure you get your firstborn. All your firstborns die, because the Bible said he hardened Pharaoh's heart.
Yeah,
the Bible says. So, in other words, truthfully, the reason all that happened, he killed all these kids, is because he wanted to.
So it was a setup.
And then if you look from Egypt to the Promised Land, bro, it's not even the size of Arizona. So you got millions of people roaming that area,
and
they died off. Yep. No, you ain't gonna find millions of people roaming through Arizona. You can't. If the first person, the amount of people that was supposed to have left Egypt, if they had to start walking 2 by 2, the first line would have gotten to the Promised Land, and the last few people were still in Egypt. That's how small that space is. But you know what? I'm not even going that because I'm not.
And there are definitely times in history where it has rained for 40 days and 40 nights and ain't nobody drowned. I'm just saying. You can look.
Or explain to me why the hell God would sit down here and put a tree in the middle of the damn garden and say, if you eat from it, you're gonna die. But you know everything. You know basically everything from how it starts to how it ends. So you put the tree down there, knowing that we're gonna fail.
Right, niggas love trees. Put a tree down there.
So that's like my kid asking for a cookie, and I put it on the table and say, "Don't touch it."
Yes. And then we turn around and see his son down here to die. No, he likes sacrifice because he loves the way blood smells.
Right.
Okay, but I'm not gonna go to that too much more because I'm just it's illogical. But that's what happens to me personally because I don't go to church. No. I believe
for you to date somebody that is religious, would that be a big conflict?
For her, yeah.
Exactly.
Because my whole thing is that I believe religion, truthfully, is here to make you a better person. If the religion you follow makes you a better person, I'm cool with that. But let's be real here. Most of these chicks go to church, the biggest spots out here.
Facts.
Come on, because they know they can sit down here and screw, fucking suck, and then go, sorry, Jesus, on Sunday. And get forgiven.
Why you make them do slave speak though? Why? I was sorry.
Because you know what? It is slave. Truth be told, ain't nobody was Christians back in Africa where we came from. Not from West Africa, we wasn't Christians.
Well, Jesus, it's that devil dick.
Yes, it's that. Yes, Jesus.
Well, my ex had a cousin, and she be like, she couldn't wear pants, right? So she had to wear skirts all the time. That was the church where they went to. Okay, so even while we was in middle
and she didn't wear panties, did she?
Even while we was in middle school, she had to wear skirts. That didn't stop her from sitting on laps.
Of course, she didn't have no panties on. She was ready.
Right.
She was ready.
Look. And I agree with Freddie, like real shit. It doesn't bother me if the woman I'm dating is religious, but it's gonna bother her because what happens is you get caught all the time. How can you not believe in this? They saved my life. This, that, and the other. And like I said, for me, I always say stuff has to make sense to me, and because it doesn't connect with me logically, I can't just be like, yes, I'm gonna follow this. You know what I mean? I will listen. I will definitely listen. You be picking with me on and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if it just makes you happy and it helps you get through your day, I'm not mad at you for that.
Right. You
don't have me to do it.
Yes.
Church. The thing is, real quick, but the thing is, people act like because you're not religious, you're a terrible human being. And religion and morality is two different fucking things.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You can be a very religious person and be a horrible person. I've met many of those. I know y'all have.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I always ask people, they say, because I've been called a devil, because I don't believe in Christianity. I said, okay, so you're sitting here telling me you would murder, you would kill, if the Bible wasn't true, if there was no Bible. Well, yes, in other words, your morality, different. If you sit down here and base your morality on a book, then you're not really moral. Most I tell you right now, truth be told, the atheists I know are truthfully the most moral people because they live their life like, dude, I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm gotta get bribed to go to heaven.
Right.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
To sit here and say I'm going to heaven is a bribe.
Yeah, the atheists I know is some of the most compassionate motherfuckers on this planet.
Thank you.
In real life. I don't 100% agree with them.
No, me neither.
They some dope individuals though. Like for real.
I mean, I have a heavy religious background. Of course, like when I was married, we didn't drink, we didn't smoke. We, you know what I'm saying? Like we went to church. Like
Jesus turned water to wine, so why wouldn't you drink?
That's what it was now. You couldn't drink after a long day.
No.
See, that was you sabotaging your relationship. Not alcohol.
So anyway, I started like studying stuff for myself, like literally. So towards the end of the marriage, I had moved more so just spiritual than religion. So like everything was devil based, this, and that, and that, and this, and I mean, it was just too much. So like when I came out of the marriage and I divorced him, like my two daughters literally went with him because they seen me smoking and I was considered the devil. So he had told them that it wasn't right and that to go live with him.
No, I'm just messing with you, Lala. You dead on. You're right. Because in all honesty, Lala, you're absolutely right. And the worst part about it is that I know the story about your ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's a Christian, I don't need no Christians in my life like that.
Yeah, they be some of them people be the worst ones.
And then the first thing they say, well, they ain't real Christians. Okay, but yet still you see here get mad at Muslims and whatnot who bomb and suicide bomb and view them as true Muslims. Okay, no, they have it. I'm just not, and that's where look truthfully with the way religion is told to black women nowadays, it's a pimp thing. Because you go to churches full of single ass black women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we outnumber the black men.
Yeah, you do, but it's a ton of 51% of black men out here are single with no kids.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully. So it's men out here doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what black women want, I want a man that makes $100,000 a year. It's only about 10% of us. So you already getting killed for that shit. And I want him to be in church and he got to believe in God and follow God. Come on, nah. This dude got 10,000. If he's doing all that, he got options that's better than you. If you got a kid, it's a wrap.
Yeah, true.
It's a wrap. If he ain't got kids and you got a kid, it's a wrap. You're not getting that.
Yeah.
Even if he got kids, it's a wrap.
Because it's like
if you overweight, it's a wrap too.
Right, because it's like you put as a woman, it's like when you've already did things or you already got kids or you already been married. Right. It's literally like you're not pure anymore. When they have another option to go get somebody pure, Miss Bouncy breast that haven't had any kids.
I'm about to tell you this right now. I'm about to be real. I'm real, 100% real. I'm 46 years old, and I dealt with chicks as older. Now, when I was a young guy, I didn't mind a little sag and all that other stuff when I was dealing with old women. Now, nigga, I'm just having them. I deal with chicks is 25, 30, firm, fully packed. No stretch mark.
Man. They do.
Dude, come on now. So I'm gonna sit here and I mean, it may upset a lot of women, but dude, I'm gonna sit down here and deal with a chick. When I take her clothes off, the titties go boom. I'm gonna sit like, whoa, I want you, baby, because yours go boom to the side. Man. Come on now. Man.
You gotta be. Not only that, you gotta be. How you said, making $100,000 while I'm sagging. You got to be having a Benz while my ass is sagging. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have this like 4-bedroom house while I'm living with my mama. Those things don't add up. Even basic math don't add up like that.
Right, it doesn't.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's a lot of. And then you got to be the church so we can pray together.
Right.
Good. And then you can barely cook. And if you cook, you cooking stuff that's gonna give me diabetes and kill me.
I mean, you're right. Women need to, manage their expectations. I mean, as men, we manage our expectations to a certain extent too. You know what I mean? We not sitting up here and talking about, Now we might look at a Rihanna like, God damn,
Yes,
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Come on,
But
not
we
Rihanna.
also know as regular dudes, we're probably not going to meet her.
Heck no. Heck
You
no.
know what I mean?
Right.
But women, they regular as hell, they gonna just get the superstar all
Right.
the time.
Right.
And that's not how the world works. You know,
Exactly.
unfortunately, you
That,
just
I got to piggyback on that, Pop, because it's like, honestly, I'm a decent guy. You know, I don't make six figures, but hell, I'm in the high fives.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know that I'm not gonna get. I ain't getting Rihanna. I said that when I go hang out with certain women, yeah, I can get that shit. I still talk to them and try, but I'm not. You know, if I don't, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
Well,
You
but
know what I'm saying? I recognize my level. These chicks out here looking regular as hell with multiple, with 2, 3 kids, 4 different baby dads because they thought there was one dude that wasn't that dude. They want I want a dude that make $100,000, 6 feet tall with six pack. And your ass ain't seen a 6-pack since your ass got with about Budweiser 10 years ago.
Right. And they don't get me wrong. If I see Rihanna, I'll definitely be like, "What up, though?" Because she can't do nothing to say no. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, most of the time, you're going to end up with somebody that's kind of around your social circle.
Yeah.
You know. So if you a bum bitch, you ain't around no $100,000 dudes. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. It's just a fact. You're not out here meeting doctors and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Shit, if you don't get that chance, if I'm a doctor and I'm paying off all my school, and then you might be a nurse and shit. Okay, you can best believe every year there's some new fine ass nurses coming out. See, and what women don't understand is this: just because a guy fucks you doesn't mean he wants to fuck with you.
Facts.
We will sit here and screw any type of women.
Yeah,
we will. Sex is what it is. Sex is what it is.
Facts.
That's true.
We marry who we want to marry.
Yep.
Because I get so sick of women saying, "Well, I ain't got no problem to get a date." Well, hell, because I think I'm gonna screw you at the end of the
night. Right.
You know, I sit here. You know what? I take it, Ruth Chris. No big deal. I drop. If I'm making 6 figures, I'm making bread. What the hell is a fucking dinner?
Right.
I'm gonna get that ass.
Right.
It's nothing.
And to men, it's a game, literally. You know what I'm saying? It's like the cat chased the mouse.
Yeah. One thing I have to say, if prostitution ever became legal, a lot of y'all chicks will get no dates. None. There's a lot of chicks out here, if prostitution ever became legal, will get no dates.
True.
Because we be like, well, shit, I can sit down here and get this chick that's gonna do everything I want to do for $150, $200, $340. Okay, good. I'll get her versus having to pick your ass up and listen to your boring conversation and deal with you.
Man, like I said, y'all, and we ain't even broached the subject of the dumb stuff women put us through. Like, y'all tell y'all stories. Men don't really be on the public forum like, guess what this girl did? But y'all be on some BS. So,
bro,
believe me.
You know what we gonna have to do? Because we damn near at an hour, and this is supposed to be just 30 minutes.
All right.
But what we gonna do, man, we gonna sit down here and we gonna broach that subject, truth be told. I want what we gonna do, we got to real talk get a panel.
Yeah, we can do a men vent show where the men vent.
You know what? We might do that.
Just wear something low cut, Lala. They all gonna come to the yard. That milkshake gonna bring them all to the yard.
So it's gonna be a bunch of men. Just you sitting there like it's a gangbang. I ain't part of that because Lala, you like a sister to me. I love you to death, honey.
I'm just saying, you know, sex sells, and I tune in.
No. I won't be part of that. No.
That would be a very interesting show, though, because it gives a different perspective of, and I think that it'll wake some women up. I mean, sometimes we can be bullheaded, but I think it'll wake some women up to their options and stop shooting.
You know what? I got a couple of people I'll reach out to and see if we can do a man's vent show.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
because I mean,
I'll reach out to some people, maybe do a single man's vent show, and just for the women, you know what I'm saying? So, because I know it's some people on Facebook and whatnot and say, hey, we'll sit down here and make this live, and y'all just come to here and just jump in.
because be
Yeah,
honest with you, I'm so tired of hearing about women like, look, I'm getting dick, but they're not
they
with
getting
you
ring.
long term. They're not
Damn.
marrying you. That's like saying I can go to the store and get a loaf of bread. It's not that hard. What's hard is owning the store. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's a big fucking difference.
but that's because a lot of them know they're not wife material. They know that. They're just not gonna say that out loud. They know
Right.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
that. Yeah, they know that. They know they just a cum receptacle, and it's cool.
With that being said, next week we're gonna jump into religion a little more, and a couple of things we brought up.
Well, I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, we'll have you, man. Woo! Thank you, sir.
No doubt.
Check you guys out, man. That was a great show. I'll talk to you later, guys.
Okay, good night, guys.
Good night.